What's up, dudes? So today we're going to talk about rocket launchers. I'm going to talk about the curtain call versus the sins of the past, and I'm going to prove why curtain call is a big piece of in today's episode. Alright, so curtain call's big thing is apparently it hits more cluster bombs on boss targets. So here's the thing, dude. If you're only shooting bosses, that's a wonderful thing, I guess, to have. But I don't think curtain call hits that many cluster bombs on it. And not only that, you can't kill like a mass amount of enemies with curtain call. So like I said, if you're only shooting bosses and there's nothing but bosses, yeah, it would be probably a better rocket, okay? If the cluster bombs did hit more and yada yada. But when it comes to like fighting and stuff like that, you're not going to just fight one boss. You're going to have ads and then one final boss at the very end. And for situations like that, you need Sins of the Past or Braytech Osprey. You can't just like keep holding on to curtain call thinking it's good because somebody on YouTube said that it like did more cluster bombs on a boss and it was better for a boss killer, dude. Because if you shoot in a group of ads of like 6, you might kill 2 or 3 of them dudes, man, because the blast radius is so horrible. And velocity in PvE, dude, that doesn't even really matter. Like, it's a PvP thing, so it's harder to dodge the rocket. Velocity does not matter in PvE nearly as much, really nothing at all. So, Sins of the Past, you're about to dump all over this, like I've always said. Let's get it going. I'm going to test it out on a patrol lost sector boss. I'm going to shoot him direct with a rocket, and we'll see what happens. Alright, I'm going to use these stats also, because this is what pretty much everybody that uses curtain call has it on, the high velocity, so we're just going to leave it at that and go with it. Alright, here's our first rocket. We're just going to pretend this is callous, alright? Right in the chest. And that's where we're at on the health. Rocket number 2. Is between the U and the S. Just want to make sure we get a good shot. So right there, like right at the line of the U, you know, the vertical line. Alright, let's go get this rocket. I want to shoot him again to make sure that damage is consistent, you know. So we're going to kill him twice with curtain call, and then twice with Sins, and see where the damage is at on both of them. If curtain call's hitting more cluster bombs, we should see more damage on the boss. So we'll do 2 blasts to the chest, and see what happens. Alright, try this again, right in the chest. Well, this time it looks like we're pretty far away in damage versus the last one. Doesn't seem like it's that consistent. Second rocket. Yeah, now we're nowhere near the damage. So the way it's looking looks like I'm right. Curtain call is just a season 1 weak rocket with clusters. Yeah, nowhere near the damage. So let's try that again. Alright, third test. Like I said, we're just pretending this guy's callous. Well, obviously not it, but you know, damage is damage. Right in the chest. Alright, looks like we're there now. One more to the chest. And that time we're at more damage. So it looks like it's very inconsistent. I think I'm going to actually try this one more time. So yeah, the second rocket wrecked him that time, so it's very inconsistent. We went to like, you know, the medium damage. The second test was like poor damage. And then the third test is like really good damage. So not really that consistent. Even with the inconsistency as it is right now, I don't care if this last rocket tears him up or not. just the fact that you know that it's not going to kill a mass group of ads, and it has that inconsistency. You know what I mean? That alone will just turn me away from it. Like, I need to make sure that when I'm shooting rockets at a group of enemies, I'm killing a ton of them. I'm not trying to waste my rocket and take a chance like that when it's like never gonna have high blast radius because it's not a high blast radius rocket, you know? It's like a chihuahua, you know, all bark, no bite. It's like coming in there all fast, but you're not killing shit, but like 2 Scions, you know? Alright. None even hit him that time. Didn't seem like. Right in the chest again. Still not at that same number area. Yeah, so I mean, technically I could just stop the test now because that's how inconsistent this rocket is, you know? I'm telling you, that's what happens, man, when you listen to the wrong YouTuber. I've seen so many people, I'm not name dropping people, but there are just so many people that will doctor a video to make it seem in favor of something just to create hype, just to get views, and just to create ad revenue. Like, it's insane how many lies people are told, and people just take their fucking words for it, you know? Like, you're not gonna go do the test more than likely, you know? You're just like, okay, I'll just watch a video, and I'm telling you, man, like, people are dicks. Alright, same light damage. Nothing different about that. It's just 2 different rockets. One's beast and one's a piece of shit. Alright. Damage. Alright, number 2. Looking about the same. Alright, the chest again. First test, we're already lower in damage, so, or higher in damage, but it's closer to killing him than what Curtain Call was doing. And on top of that, it auto reloads for you and has crazy blast radius with clusters, so you're killing more ads per rocket and doing what it looks to be more damage to bosses. So let's do round number 2. Let's see what's going down. Sins of the past. We saw the first round damage. Let's see the second round damage and see what the consistency is like. Alright. Chest shot. Look at that radius though. God. And the damage. About the same. But you had rockets blowing dudes up over there. Clusters. Second rocket. But not near as bad in damage. I mean, alright. So we see an inconsistency in Sins of the Past, but not nearly as bad as the Curtain Call. So again, I'm going to go ahead and repeat it. You're going to get tired of hearing me say it. You have no blast radius with Curtain Call, only velocity. Clusters don't hit consistent. So the theory or lie about how it's the better boss rocket launcher, y'all can put that to rest now. It's not the better boss rocket launcher. It's not the best ad clearing rocket launcher. It's the fastest velocity rocket launcher, but that is it. It's not anywhere near in damage. It's no blast, can't kill massive crowds with it. It's just, like I said all along, a basic cluster rocket from Season 1, and they've made better stuff since